We all know that Donald Trump is incredibly, dangerously desperate in hiding the Jeffrey Epstein files, or trying to get people to talk about something else, anything else but Jeffrey Epstein. But now it's getting so far beyond the pale that sanity has walked out the door. During campaign seasons, President Barack Obama maintains a rather high profile, appearing in Democratic ads, highlighting Democratic rallies. There's no great mystery as to why. President Obama remains one of the most liked political leaders in our nation's history. But in terms of day-to-day political events, Obama tends to maintain a relatively low profile, staying clear of the arena. In fact, he's sometimes criticized in progressive circles for not engaging more partisan and political fights. There are rare exceptions. MSNBC News reported, quoting, the former President Barack Obama's office issued a rare rebuke of President Donald Trump on Tuesday after the president accused his predecessor of having committed treason in rigging the 2016 and 2020 elections. A written statement issued by a spokesperson for the former president spanned just 6 sentences, but it said a whole lot. Part of those 6 sentences said, nothing in the documents issued last week undercuts the widely accepted conclusion that Russia worked to influence the 2016 election, but did not successfully manipulate any of the votes. These findings were affirmed in a 2020 report by the bipartisan Senate Intelligence Committee, led by then-Chairman Marco Rubio. The document that Obama's office referred to was, of course, the bizarre report from Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard, issued last week, which allegedly claimed that Trump's Russia scandal was the result of a treasonous conspiracy. That the document was quickly discredited, with independent analysis criticizing Gabbard's report as, among others, ludicrous. As to Team Obama's references to Rubio, this, of course, reminded the public that just 5 years ago, the Republican-led Senate Intelligence Committee published devastating findings about Trump's Russia scandal, at one point literally describing a, quote, direct tie between senior Trump campaign officials and the Russian intelligence service. If Gabbard and her allies want to argue that the Trump Secretary of State, who led the Trump Senate Intelligence Committee, the Senate Intelligence Committee at the time, was part of a treasonous conspiracy against Trump, they're welcome to try, though this doesn't seem like an especially smart idea. Or put it another way, the Obama statement worked because it has reality on its side. The incumbent president, however, doesn't seem to care. On Monday, Trump amplified a fake video that appeared to have been created with AI that depicted Obama being arrested in the White Oval Office. A day later, in the Oval Office, the Republican explicitly endorsed the Justice Department targeting Obama, suggesting that the former Democratic president is guilty as part of a scheme that Trump considers, quoting him, treason. Trump falsely claimed Obama had been caught directly of unspecified crimes, added that the administration found proof, which, again, doesn't exist, that Obama was seditious and trying to lead a coup. The incumbent concluded, whether it's right or wrong, it's time for people to go after people. Obama has been caught directly, so people say, oh, you know, a group, it's not a group, it's Obama, unquote. It's not Obama. The underlying claims are fiction. Trump's entire conspiracy theory is rooted in a delusional foundation. What is less clear is what might happen next. Under normal circumstances, a sitting president accusing his predecessor of treason would have been a stop-the-presses moment in American politics. But the reaction to Trump's meltdown was largely muted, in part because so many observers worked from the assumption that the Republican routinely makes bunker claims which amount to very little, and Zellay's absurdities are little more than a clumsy effort to distract attention away from his Jeffrey Epstein scandal. Perhaps, but with the White House pulling the strings at the Justice Department, and Attorney General Pam Bondi effectively positioning herself as a political operative who's a little too eager to make the president happy, it's hardly outlandish to wonder whether the federal prosecutors might actually try to build a case against President Obama. Around this time, 4 years ago, Charlie Size said during an appearance on MSNBC, a clown with a flamethrower still has a flamethrower. Is a quote that came true anew this week. Donald Trump is desperate. No, not desperate. Frightened to do whatever it takes to get away from Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein killed himself in a cell, but his ghost is haunting the Republican Party and Donald Trump. And he's trying, unsuccessfully, to drag Obama in with him. And he is failing. CTP, no truth, God bless. Peace to the left, justice to the right.